Hello guys, this is Milan from Hypermedia, and in today's video I want to talk about how to boost your following on the social side basically for free. So that's going to be 5 tips actually, so let's hop into it guys. Okay, so tip number 1, using other platforms. So you probably have IG, YouTube, LinkedIn or TikTok or all that kind of stuff, so a lot of platforms which I mentioned in the social circle videos. So you have to use them to drive traffic to one post and to another. So you post a YouTube video, you have to use your IG, your LinkedIn, your TikTok to drive traffic to your YouTube video. As well as if you use your TikTok or you post a TikTok, you have to drive traffic from your IG, LinkedIn, all that kind of stuff. Maybe not from YouTube, but from other platforms too. So basically that's what I mean about using other platforms, is to capitalize on your other platforms following. Because if you have a following, for example on IG with 1,000 people and 1,000 people on YouTube, that's probably going to overlap a bit, because from your YouTube a lot of people go to your IG, and from your IG a lot of people go to your YouTube, probably like 80%, let's say 80%. That means that 20% of your IG following is not following your YouTube, and vice versa. So it means that 200 people can be your follower again from your IG to your YouTube, and from your YouTube to your IG, which means that you have 200 people just sitting around and not following both of your accounts. So you have to convert them into followers in both of your accounts. And why is that so important? Because if you have more followers, you have more engagement. If you have loyal followers, and then that's more engagement going to give you more followers. So it's like a cycle actually, and it's going to feed itself. So yeah, that was the first tip. Okay, so next tip is hashtags. So hashtags, okay, I talked about it a lot, but you have to capitalize on hashtags as much as possible. So you have to use really good hashtag strategy, hashtag sets, as well as every kind of hashtag knowledge you can get, because that's the most important things on a lot of platform, and a lot of platform can capitalize on that. For example, on IG, you need to use actually at max you can use 30 hashtags. Yes, of course there is a way around, you can use 60 hashtags, but it doesn't matter. I think the best range is 10 to 20 hashtags, not more than that, because IG hashtags are kind of bad if you are small, but no, actually no, but you have to use them. On LinkedIn recommends 3 to 5 hashtags, so around that, use that. And on TikTok, TikTok again recommends 3 to 5 hashtags. You don't need to use more than that. And on IG, actually every platform, you have to have a really good hashtag strategy. On LinkedIn and TikTok, it doesn't really matter, because all the hashtags are pretty organic, so you can get a lot of reach from both of them, so you don't have to use more. But on IG you have 20 hashtags, so use 10 from other competitors, which I mentioned in the previous videos how to do that. So basically go to your competitors, write down 5 of them hashtag sets, and then do that to 3 to 5 competitors, and then compare the hashtags. And if you have 5-10 around that kind of similar hashtags, then try to use that for your base, and use 5 picture relevant hashtags and 5 picture relevant hashtags again, but more smaller ones, less than 1 million, because that's going to give you more actually more chance of getting in the recent in that hashtag, which is pretty good, so trust me. And YouTube, you don't have to use hashtags. You can, and it may be bring you a bit more performance, a bit more views, a bit more engagement. But I recommend on YouTube to really learn how to write a good title and a good description, um, as well as how to tag your videos. So because on YouTube YouTube uses Google search engine, so you have to have a really good searchable content, which means that your video going to be processed by YouTube, and your title and video and description going to give YouTube's keywords, actually, not just the text. Text just have kind of shooting to the niche, actually. So yeah, that was the second tip. Okay, so next tip is engagement. I talked about it a lot, but the main reason of social media is community. So you have to use that. You have to use social media's community purposes. So basically, what you need to do is like, comment, follow, DM other people's. Actually, make yourself more reachable, reach other people's, expand your horizon. And if you like more people, they will visit your profile. And the next thing you have to do is convert them, which is hard. Actually, the hardest thing, because driving traffic to your profile is easy, but everybody can do it. You just like, comment, and that's all. And you get a lot of traffic. But converting is another story for another video, so stay tuned for that. And yeah, so basically you have to like, comment, follow, DM. That's all you have to do in your niche, because you have to develop good loyal following, because if you just have followers, that doesn't gonna give you too much. So yeah, basically that's it. Okay guys, so the fourth tip is actually groups. So okay, where you can join these groups, basically on Facebook, LinkedIn, IG. On IG, I don't recommend engagement groups. IG don't really like it, but on Facebook you can join to a pretty good. For example, if your niche is cooking, then you are join a cooking group, and then engage there for a lot of time. So like 2 weeks, every day, post, comment, like a lot of posts, and then after 2 weeks you can ask the admins if you can post your stuff, post your videos, post your service, all that kind of stuff. This basically post your videos from YouTube, or post your IG. Yeah, you can drive a lot of traffic from there. With a bigger group, an active big group, you should be looking for that kind. But for me, it's too, I think it's not the best way. Engaging is better way, the first tip. Okay, so the fifth tip, the last tip, is actually not a thing you can do, like engagement groups or hashtags. It's more like a mental thing. So when you are trying to conquer a platform, you have to understand the platform. You have to know what is good for IG, YouTube, LinkedIn, and other kind of stuff. For example, in LinkedIn, the TikTok videos won't going to be performed that good, because that's a professional site. People's more likely to want to get entertained as well as informed in LinkedIn. However, if you go to TikTok, usually the best performing TikTokers are entertainers, as well as on YouTube. Okay, so basically you have to find what is good in your niche, and not just in your niche, in your platform. So you can't post everything to everywhere. You have to a little bit tweak it to be better. So think about it. And I hope, guys, these 5 tips help you along your way, and I see you in the next one. Goodbye, guys.